Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here, Midday Money on a Wednesday, the 8th, it says here on my computer. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you haven't already, the podcast link is in the chat. Go get it. You can listen anytime you want. Like when you're sitting in a bath with a little Dr. Scholl's nice lavender to relax you at night after, being up for 18 hours a day. That link is in there. You can find it.
Man,
iHeartRadio.
How did you read my life? After a long, stressful day, the first thing I want to do is get into a bath and listen to Higgs talk about
That's
sports.
it.
That's good.
Yeah. After you go like I do, after you go 5-5 with like an OT loser and team missing 6 free throws in the last minute, you go 5. You just want to relax. Turn on. Think about this bald guy as you rub yourself down. Stitcher, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple, wherever you got to go. Also, the 7-day pass is in the chat, $31.20. Why the heck won't you buy it? 18 games for today, 8 for Thursday, and yet people buy a 3-pack for $34.99, 31 for a week. I don't know. All right, hey, whatever. It's there if you want to make the smart money move, get on board, knock yourselves out, go for it. Picks are scrolling here. We've added a couple from last night. If you're on the Twitter universe, we have the picks up there as well. Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give it a follow. I also have all the tournament action. I will hit that one. I'll post it in the, I guess it was called a little a thread, as you youngsters call it, right? If I post it underneath the first tweet of free picks. So all the conference tournaments are up there. 3-11. 3-11 are conference tournaments. But you know what? Hey, we're plus $2 there. I'll take it. That's how we're rolling out. Winners in our pockets. Let's go. Recap-wise, we'll do that right now. So recapping yesterday in the video, we do go 7-6 plus $1.88. Because we have a plus 133 dog, a plus 115 dog, it kind of knocks out a little bit. So, all right, it is what it is. We've had back-to-back. I had a 3-3 in one day. The other day, 5-5-1. We started at 65% in March, 25-17. Yet the last 2 days, we've been hit with some pushes, some overtime, tough ones. It happens. Hey, the 3-pack did go 2-1, so I guess consider those my best games. I put them out there, those winners there. So, 7-6 winner with college basketball. NBA, baby. Jazz 1-0, getting it done. That's how I roll. I'm Mr. NBA. That's how we go. Jazz plus a 9. All right. Enough about the recap. Let's go to today because people are probably like, oh my goodness, you should have started earlier for this Davidson game. Well, we gave Davidson out last night on the Midnight Money show. And all these games were from last night with the exception of the final 3. So let's do a quick rundown of today's picks, which you should have. If you hadn't listened to last night, again, the replay is in podcast form. It's on Twitter. Mr. Sean Higgs posted there. And here we go. Davidson minus 3.5. Syracuse plus the 2. St. Joe's plus 110. That's a money line play for newbies. Seton Hall minus 5.5. NC State minus 2. Colorado State minus 2. Alcorn State minus 2.5. The Ohio State University minus 2. Oklahoma plus 110. Those lines, again, last night, yesterday's lines, they could have moved. Possibly they have moved. I haven't double-checked those games. I already bet them. So we're there. Northern Arizona added this morning plus 7.5. Georgia Tech plus 7. And the under Tech 139.5. And I got to tell you, the Tech game myself, I got at a 143, and I got a Tech at plus 8. But by the time I rolled around to add them to the chat, they had already moved. So it is what it is. That is your today's rundown. You have, a 12-pack of freebies in the video. No NBA. Listen, NBA-wise today, I'll be doing a free pick later with, I believe, Miss Hannah Mears. And I think I'm going to be leaning towards the Magic there. I don't know yet. I am not quite sure. We'll see what Tim has to say. Maybe I'll, piggyback on his things. I'll see. Again, I don't put them out in the chat. I don't really love stuff. There's things I sort of look at Although I'm looking at Thursday's games, not Wednesday's game. When I said the Orlando Magic, that's for. I'm like, wait a second. There's no lines. Why there's no lines for today? There were a couple I was looking at for today, and uh, again, they weren't going to be in the chat. Except I got to lie. That's a lie because I thought maybe putting the Clippers in here. So I kind of like them. That would be where I was going to think at, and obviously the Miami under. But let's bring in Mr. NBA and college hoop, Tim Earl.
Good morning. Good morning. I looked last night and went, I really don't like this slate. Somehow I managed to bet 5 out of the 7 games this morning because I kind of took a deep. Last night was all college basketball. I was looking at that, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't really care about the NBA. And then I look at it this morning, I'm like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, that looks kind of
See, that's what happens. You didn't like it last night, and then you got in your little tub. You put in some nice bubble bath in there.
And then Sean Higgs is thing on the
your little
radio.
Candle and a glass of red wine. You're like, you know what? Let me think about Higgs. I know he doesn't like NBA, but I'm going to find something in the NBA for him tomorrow.
Yes.
And then you call him, yeah, can you bring me my loofah, please?
Yeah, I took the loofah, went, I like the Hawks. Oh, yeah. No, in all seriousness, I'm on the Hawks today. Minus I got 3.5 against Washington. I think both these two teams are just trying to pack it in, but Atlanta has their new coach, so I think they're going to play a little bit harder for him. He's been there for a couple of games, so they've had 2 close losses to Miami, whatever. I did take Miami today as well against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We get a Cleveland team that's been 15 games over 500. They are on a second leg of no, they're not on a back-to-back. They are coming off of a overtime win versus Boston a day ago, 2 days ago, or whatever. I'm on Miami. I got them plus 111 on the money line. Another one of those weird line ones. Give me the Pellies today. Took the Pelicans against the Mavericks. I didn't think it was supposed to be that close of a spread. I know Dallas is on a back-to-back, but this is a Dallas team that's way better than New Orleans, and it's only a 1.5. Yeah, I took New Orleans money line plus 105. I am on the Clippers with you, or I know you look that way. I'm on the Clippers, although I feel like it's a trap now because it's dropped from 5.5 down to 2.5. So I'm not really liking that play as much. And then I'll round out the day. Thunder. I'm taking the Thunder plus 13.5. I almost put up the money line at plus 650. But that's a big spread for these two teams, and I don't think it should be that wide.
So the Clipper line, because I saw a 3.5 was the first number I saw in that. Nobody's sitting out. They played 3 days ago.
Yeah, nobody's sitting out. It's just weird. I don't know.
So I can't bet Toronto on the road. I don't care whether 2 or 5. It would have made a difference to me. I would have bet the Clippers here because they got to kind of get their act together.
Yep. But there you go. 5-pack in NBA. Atlanta, Miami, New Orleans, Oklahoma City, and the Clippers.
There you go. Thank you. Let me give a real fast, and we'll get to the comments. Some people are chomping at the bit. So I just mentioned the tournament stuff. Let me grab into a couple tourney futures here that we have or have bet already. So these are tournament ones. We've talked about them. I know a couple of these have already started. I just want to give you a rundown for the games that haven't, or the tournaments that haven't started. So we're still pending on Vermont minus 160, Colgate 225. A10, we had Fordham plus 1,100, St. Louis 450. Richmond, we threw out there 100 to 1. They're pretty good last year. Well, maybe they bounce back here. Clemson plus $6, NC State 14 Hawaii plus 750. Quinny makes it. I was kind of up in the air, but I did throw out Quinny plus $4 here in the AA MAC. Southern Utah plus 550 out of the where are they at? The WAC? Out there. Next up, we head to the Big Ten here. Michigan State plus $6, Indiana plus 550. Again, I threw some of these little previews up on the Winning Free Picks YouTube channel, and I kind of tried to go with top-bottom kind of feel to it. Like, you don't want to get wrapped up with having guys in the same facing each other in the second round, and you're knocked out already. So give me Michigan State and Indiana. Kansas plus $3. Again, Kansas is a good team. I was hesitant to this one too because I'm like, man, $3 Kansas. They're always the champs, but I'll take it for 3-1. TCU 8-1. UConn plus 240. Nova at a 10-1 in the Big East. USC plus $7 there. I think Utah, just cause again, this was a $50 bet. I just like, you know what? They've been playing bad. And I guess I think about they beat Arizona for whatever that means. I mean, teams do lose on the road. Arizona lost in Utah. But you can't go UCLA or Arizona, plus 130. I couldn't do that. That's why we don't have like the Florida Atlantics in here from, teams that are yeah, I did a Colgate and a Vermont, these 18-1 teams, but I couldn't do UCLA 18-2 at a 135. I want to look outside the box here. Texas A&M plus 550 and the Vols plus 340. Again, we have them posted on the Winning Free Picks YouTube, so go check it out. Why wouldn't you? Jesse Shoe in the house. So big games in the Big 12. I'm just sitting here wearing my Oklahoma t-shirt. Listen, John Denver, Country Roads. Getting ready for some action. I'm more of a who was the one he sings? The Country Roads is a popular one. What is that other one? I can't. I don't want to start singing. It's like you. I'm trying to. I'm doing the lyrics in my head, Jesse. I'm gonna have to. I don't want to bust into John Denver songs. Really aging myself from my days watching the Muppets in the early '80s. Miz coming in. Texas. Is that Corpus Christi's too? Corpus over Northwestern State? The Demons of Northwestern? You know, I got to take Corpus, the Islanders, as they're called, because I can't take a team called the Demons. No, that's just bad juju on betting worlds. I can't do that. Let's go, Islanders. Oklahoma plus 1. Yes, talked about that with our guy, Jesse, yesterday. We did that with Ross. So Oklahoma, yes. Texas CC over the 144. That was a 146 this morning, so let's come down a bit there. Texas Southern over. We're going. Look at this. We're just heading off the reservation into the added board here of the SWAC. I got to pull out my brackety bracks. And, of course, the last one is the SWAC because who wants to talk about the SWAC except for the Miz? So we got Grambling and Texas. Oh, no, Alcorn State and Texas Southern. You're like the over there. I don't hate it. I grabbed a little Alcorn State here myself personally. A short line. And in a bigger conference, I'd say, all right, I'm going to take the 8 seed here. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to my numbers and think Alcorn should win this. So you like the over? I like it too. I need some points, so let's go over there. Maryland Eastern Shore. Where's Maryland Eastern Shore here? Come on. In the MEAC. Where's the? Are they playing today? Is this game tomorrow? Where's the MEAC? Oh, Miz. How you been, Miz? You know I appreciate you every day coming in. Maryland Eastern Shore. Oh, Thursday's game. Thanks. You couldn't concentrate on the 900 tournament games today. We got to go to tomorrow's Eastern Shore game. 143. Now I got to pull out where are my Thursday lines? As if I'm not ready. Like I don't have Thursday lines out. Come on, Miz. You know that. I just wasn't expecting them to come out right here on my second comment of the day. Maryland, sure. Okay, so this was a 138.5 yesterday. It's up to 143 now, huh? This opener yesterday when it popped out was a 138.5. So there is that. I'm definitely going to say under 143 for sure. That's a 143. I might have to look into that one. I got to get the old trusty pen out. Maryland East for sure. 143. So 138.5 yesterday. Interesting. All right. Timeout for this guy. Winning free picks, always coming in here posting about some bloody mess of a podcast he has. Michael's in the house. Welcome. Lock it in with the king in the house. Good morning. Harry MVP. What are Nevada's chances of making a big dance? I think Nevada should be in the big dance. Harry, you switch out the Mountain West for the ACC or the Big Ten or any of these other conferences, and they're in the tournament. Why wouldn't they be in the tournament? You'd have San Diego State in the tournament. You'd have Boise in. You'd probably have Utah State in. And UNLV or New Mexico would be like borderline kind of teams fighting to get in. But no, they're the Mountain West, and they're not sexy enough to get in. They should be in. They should be in. Now, it's the NCAA tournament. No, they're going to have to, for their sake, they're probably going to have to win this thing to make it. It's ridiculous. That's another rant. That's a Higgs rant of the day right there when I do my little rant sometimes, whether talk about load management or pitch clock or phantom runners or load management, whatever we want to do here. That is the tournament and expansion total joke. It's a shame. It's a shame. Because even with crazy expansion, these guys aren't getting in. It'll be every team out of the big conferences. They should get in. And I like them tomorrow. Already bet them tomorrow -5. First bet I made yesterday. Michael got Davidson and Cuse going. Hopefully today will be better than 6 in the last 3 days. I agree. Like I've been 500 last. What am I? Something like 8-8-2 or something. Just what am I? What can you do, Mike? You're gonna have a good day like that. It is what it is. Do you want that in March Madness when you're excited for conference tournaments? Of course not. You don't want that anytime. But 6-9 is better than a 2-13 or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could be 4-11. 6-9. It is what it is. A couple rolls here and there, make a shot. The Moose coming in, taking the Johnnies, FIU and GW. Let me go. This is my bracket pile. I keep showing up the paper here. These are the brackets all printed out. Let's take it out for some basketball. So you like the Johnnies. What are you at here? What is your Johnny line? Who's Johnny, she said. Try to look the other way. I got Butler +6.5. Anybody here? El DeBarge, who's Johnny? Steve Gutenberg? Anyone? Anybody over 45? Anybody was in between 10 and 15, between 82 and 90? So no to St. John's. FIU, a little doggy to Louisiana Tech, right? No, thank you. I'll take Louisiana Tech there. And Tamoose, come on, bud. What are you doing here? You clearly see that Louisiana Tech is a 10 seed, and they've gone from a 1 to a 3-point favorite, I think, last I saw on that. This is no different than ranked versus unranked. Same theory should apply here. And yes, we've lost a couple of these in the tournament so far. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee. There's no such thing. Death and taxes. That's all. Like I'd heard that as a kid. Like, what are you talking about? No, that's true. Taxes get you all the time, and boy, you sure as heck are going to die one day. But tournament time, regular season, college and NFL football, ranked versus unranked, lower seeds, higher. You'll see it in a week. You'll see it Sunday when these lines come out. You can kind of guess where I'm going to go when you see the lower ranked or seeded team favored or a fishy kind of line where I'll be. And G-Dubs versus St. Joe's. I got St. Joe's in the chat. The Moose must have missed the beginning of the show because we have, hey, St. Joe's right there. Money line. Money line. Speaking of money line, where's Money Line Markel? Gabe, what do question need? Do they get on a roll? Okay. Is this? What about DQs? Tim, help me out here. What is Gabe trying to say? Is this Duquesne? Is this the Dukes of Duquesne?
Duquesne.
Duquesne, yeah. You think I would have figured that? See, Gabe, I said something to my daughter this morning, and I said to her, Lil, this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Like, I always say Duquesne all the time, and I'm like, Duke Keys, what is this? Who's on a roll? I couldn't even figure this out. Man. I enjoy the Duquesne. Touche, Gabe. Against LaSalle today, you got me with the Duquesne. Now I feel like I say it all the time. Oh, the Dukes. What do we got here? Let's pull them up. 91-74, beat them. LaSalle got them in the tourney last year, huh? Interesting. LaSalle beat Rhode Island. Again, was a spot where I didn't really like anything come out of those bottom tier teams. Duquesne off of the loss to Fordham. Favored on the road against Fordham, who all they do is win. They lose by 13. You beat Mass, who's Davidson, who I think's all right. There's the LaSalle win. There's the St. Louis loss. This is a team they should be because it's a bottom team. They're not a top team. You saw them beat St. Joe's by 14. They beat Bonnie's by, 2 is not good. Mason by 23. GW by 24. Yeah, this should be a double-digit win. Duquesne. Excellent work, my guy. Excellent work. Lock it with the king. First 0-2 in a while. Brutal. Big bounce back today. Due for regression. Just hate it because you're on. Listen, you're hitting 65%. You're going to have an 0-2. It's the good thing is when you're up, it's all right when you're like, all right, you take a loss. And here it is, game. If you think you're going to hit 65%, I don't know. I'm going to say no to that. Yeah, when you do it for a month or 2 months, you're having a little roll, you're getting it done. You go into it's like, that's only one game. That's only 2 games. That's why I say, like, people who frown on 55%, like I said, I'm happy with 55%. I don't care what sport it is. I mean, forget baseball 55% might as well be 75% in any other sport. But enjoy the good run. Build your bankroll. Keep a little on the side, so your bet, you build your bets up down the road. But an 0-2 or a 3-7 run's not going to crush you. You're going to have regression. It happens. This is tournament time, bro. It's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, come on. My last 2 days, I'm 8-8-2. A couple bounces, and instead of 8-8-2, I don't know. I'm 16-6-1, or I'm 6-15-2. That's the game, bro. That is the game. Take an NBA, Washington over. Again, like Tim said there, we have a new coach going for the Hawks. Guys probably just want to put some numbers up to say, hey, if this guy's going to be here, let me show him I can play. If I'm going to be somewhere else, let me show these other teams what I can do. And Washington is why. I mean, it's the last time Washington's been good. Michael Adams on that team? I don't even remember. Go over. Take the over, sure. I don't think Lamar will get money he's asking for. Don't think. Lamar, wait a second. What? I don't know what we're talking about. Lamar's not even playing today.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh. So here's the thing with Lamar. Excuse me there. Had a little clearing of the throat. Here's a guy who bet on himself. No agent. So he's got no back channels for anything. He wants to get paid. And why the heck wouldn't you? They gave Deshaun Watson his crazy ass contract. This guy's an MVP. Now, is he a system kind of MVP? Like the Ravens build around him, right? The whole thing is they never go get wide receivers. It's just Lamar doing his thing. Now, was he really hurt? Was he just looking for a payday at the end of the year? Wants to get paid first before he plays? Did he milk it? I'm thinking he might have milked at the end. Like, listen, you're not going to pay me. I sure as heck I'm not going to go out here and get hurt. A la like a Garoppolo. But now here's the dilemma. He wants Watson money. And honestly, nobody's giving Watson money because he's not represented by anybody. So there's nothing going on there. And yeah, it's easy to say, well, I don't need an agent. How hard could it be to make contracts? And I don't know. I think at that level, you kind of need someone to negotiate kind of things for you. Because now you got Derek Carr getting $100 million. You got Daniel Jones getting $60 million. All right. Daniel Jones makes more money than Patrick Mahomes at $42 million a year. All right, let that sink in. How are you?
Does he actually?
Yeah, he makes more money than Patrick Mahomes.
That is hilarious.
He's making 40. I think he's making 40 or 42 million. Mahomes is making like 36.
Same old Giants.
So if I'm Baltimore, you see they're terrible when he doesn't play, and they say, okay, you can get traded. Now, would I trade in number one from yeah? I mean, who? If you're the Falcons, and I'm going to throw the Eagles into this mix because the Eagles were interested in Deshaun Watson, although Hurts took a huge step forward today. They're in the Super Bowl. But I'm just saying for poops and giggles. How about Miami? He's from Miami. Are you sold on Tua Tagovailoa turnover, Mr. Concussion Protocol? Who knows that guy can even play? He's going to take a shot and he's out again. So I don't mind trading a number one pick for him because he's better than any quarterback you're getting tomorrow in the draft or next year in the draft. You want a one? Sure, we'll give you the one, no problem. I'll give you 2 ones for the guy. You're not getting a quarterback, and if you are, you're a team that's so far down that you're not going to turn it around in a year. So it doesn't make a difference. He's going to get paid somewhere. They franchised him. I'm honestly, I feel bad for the guy. He wants to get paid. They don't want to pay him. So he sat out, and you should sit out. You want to get paid. What team is Carolina going to go for him? Who's the new coach of Carolina? I don't even know who the new coach of Carolina is. It's football's over. I don't even know. Who's that guy hitching his wagon to in Carolina? How about Washington? They drafted a quarterback, Howell. Are they firm on him? You gonna give him a shot? You put Lamar on that team. I think you're right up there. And again, Eagles had a great season, but let's be honest, you're as good as the Eagles or Dallas in that division. I think that puts you right in the mix. You bring in a guy like that, you don't think that lifts up? Rising tide lifts all ships. He's gonna come in there. Guys are gonna be pumped up. Hey, all right, we got something going here. No more Carson Wentz or whoever they were thinking about bringing in. Where else are you going here? I'm going. How about Tampa Bay? Tampa trade for him? Again, I mentioned Carolina.
Lamar's going to the Jets. Let's get it.
We'll talk about them in a second. The Saints. Carr goes to the Saints. Is that good for him. Get the guaranteed money. That's for anybody. Get your money before you get killed or get some serious damage to you. Well, how about, is he going to Raiders? I love that the Jets want to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Why are you giving up? Sign Lamar. Sign Garoppolo. You could make a deal for Stats Padford if you wanted to for a year or two if you need a quarterback. He's just I don't understand the whole Lamar situation. Terrible. I'm not signing. You put a tag on me with the freedom to negotiate. Text that about. That's.
You're muted.
Have I been muted the whole time?
No, for about 10 seconds.
Oh, I was gonna say I was going to say, how'd that happen? But look, the Giants give this guy 40 million. I didn't want Dak to get 40 million. You start laying out these things, it just destroys your whole team. And I'm not for, we take a discount. I mean, this isn't Tom Brady taking hometown discounts after making $200 million. You know, it's not home. It's not discount time at 25 years old. It's discount time at 30 after I've made you a ton of money. We've been in playoffs and done things. It's a tough one for Lamar. Um, does he have to sign it? Could he not sign that deal and be like, screw you guys? Troy Lenny hitting the like button, shared that at a Facebook group. I tried to share and they kicked me out of the Facebook group, Lenny. Dave's coming in like UNLV minus a 6 under Pittsburgh game. Went down North Carolina minus a 10. I was hoping for more on North Carolina. I saw it was 11. I would have thought about taking BC there because Carolina's had such an up and down year. So I want as much points as possible with BC. The Pitt game, I think I mentioned earlier, we have the under Pitt 143 and the Rebels of UNLV against Air Force. I mean, I don't hate UNLV. How about an under? I mean, that under's come crashing down. Makes sense to me. Is Kansas going to make a run? I think Kansas makes a run. I think Kansas is good. Michael's coming in. I want to take the 11.5 of BC. I don't think Allen should be in double digits. I agree. 100%. Pounded Sports coming in. Davidson, minus 1.5. First half, never in doubt. What do we got here in the first half for 31-26? Easy winner. Never in doubt. Love the never in doubts. James is in the house. Can you explain why you're taking Hawaii? Very interested in Hawaii. Well, for me out here, Hawaii, again, ugly offensive team for sure. Let me pull up my Big West bracket here. All right. So I look at the way it's set up. Now, Irvine is good, right? They're the favorite. Underneath them, you have Santa Barbara. But just look at the makeup of this conference. All right. You have a bunch of teams 15-5, 12-6, 13-7. I mean, Long Beach just lost their 11-9, and they lost to a team that had one win in conference. So you see a lot of double-digit win teams, and then you have your Cal Poly, who's 1-18, your Northridge 4-16, Bakersfield 6-14 that played yesterday. So you have, and San Diego didn't make it, another bad team. Had, I think, like 3 wins or 4 wins. So you look at all these teams with a lot of wins, and like, well, you won a lot of games. All right. Well, when you get a little bloated when you sweep the bottom teams, and then you play head to head and you start splitting against guys. So then I think, well, where's the value here? That Irvine, okay, they're plus 210. I think Hawaii can beat them. Hawaii plays a little defense. I mean, Irvine the best team in conference? Them, probably. I mean, obviously, I kind of like Riverside, who's Hawaii's playing a little more, honestly. But, or Fullerton, rather, I should. Oh, no, I was right. It's Fullerton here. Riverside is a team out of the Big West where if I wasn't taking Hawaii, I'd maybe lean a little Riverside. But again, all being said and told, these teams play each other. They kind of start splitting. And at a 750 clip, I got a defensive team. They played better on the mainland. Usually I'm a fade Hawaii mainland guy. No, they've won some games this year on the mainland. Let's pull up a little. Where are they here? Well, we got to go to Thursday for the matchups. So as I mentioned, Fullerton's a nice little club. They beat Hawaii this year, but on the road. Hawaii comes in 6-4. Like normally, this is like a one-win road team. Like teams go there, they lose. They win at home. Hawaii, it's just the travel and everything. They've won. Long Beach, Poly. Who's that? They beat Santa Barbara, so they could come on the road, or Bakersfield rather. They could come on the road and win games. Close losses to good teams. And if we've seen anything in March basketball, we know that dogs win. Things go astray. I don't know why. It was Hawaii just kind of jumped out at me on Monday going over the stuff. I'm like 750. I kind of like it. Again, no real rhyme or reason, just the fact that it's a conference that you have it's I don't want to say it's top heavy. I mean, you got a team that are 15-5 in Irvine and Santa Barbara. But everybody else is a bunch of double-digit win teams because they beat up terrible teams. I'll take a 750 when we could see chaos. Hi, we just saw Long Beach get beat by a team that had one win. So, yeah, teams get upset. Things you don't think are going to happen. Gabe's going to ride Jesse the body and take Oklahoma. Listen, balls deep. Jesse's right on my Oklahoma because I said Oklahoma yesterday with Ross at him. To Moose, I almost forgot I'm taking my 3 picks from Jesse's shoe that I purchased. Take them. Jesse's good. I mean, I'm going to say nothing about Jesse. The guy's hit 60+% for the year. We're 3 months in. Or 2 months, 8 days. Taking a shot on Laffy, plus the 14 versus Colgate. I got Colgate doing a Patriot with you. You can't go wrong taking a 14 when you already got the other team money line. So, hey, Colgate wins by 9, you're a double winner. It's all right. It's all right, Miz. You never know. It's weird how like some conferences play like one game today and one game tomorrow. It is what it is. I like the Nuggets at 7.5. Don't know about 9. NBA, Denver against the Bulls. Yeah, I don't want to know about 9 either. That's not where I want to be. But again, a day like today, NBA, I said I kind of like the Clippers. It's about it. Maybe the Miami under. NC State, I'm already locked in on. The Wolfpack. We get the Wolfpack to win. Gabe thinks Nevada gets in. I hope they get in. I want to see a lot of Mountain West. I want to see teams out of Mountain West. It's like Hofstra. Hofstra's not making a tournament. Terrible. But I'm gonna get a 17-14 team out of the ACC or the Big Ten or some nonsense. It's ridiculous. The Sunday show is going to be good. So I'll be live Sunday. We'll do our midday money. And I'll probably have something. I don't know if I'll have a live show during the selection show. And I'm going to go a little after the selection show because I'll be betting games right out of the gate. You know that. But we'll have something Sunday. It won't be late. It won't be a midnight show. It'll be a little after. And I'm sure Tim will probably do something. They'll probably do something all together. I'll probably just come in and right, Tim. You're gonna do something probably Sunday for tournament time or no?
I'll talk to Nick about doing a selection Sunday show.
I just assumed you'd probably do something. I know sometimes it comes up on my.
Why not?
You know what? I pop in sometimes, although I didn't have it logged on my phone. When you have some kind of live stuff at night. I saw you like Picks with Dave one day. You're doing a live show.
Nick's been doing a bunch of stuff with Dave. And
yeah, so I see it and I don't comment because I don't want you to think like I'm coming in to be like, hey, come see me. Like
you can comment. Come on.
Yeah, but it's I don't know if it's under Winning Free Picks, and then I don't think like I'm trying to steal people from you.
We're not worried about that. Nick comes in with his Earl Sports Bets account into the chat all the time. So.
Yeah, no, I know. I just but like I figured I know Craig's gonna want it. I've always done stuff. Anyway, he always comes in. The other day, you'll get a kick out of this. So, Gabe, yeah, I hope Nevada gets in. That'll be a big show on Sunday. We'll talk about who doesn't get in. Yeah. But real fast. So, Craig came in you were here the one time when he came in.
Yeah.
So, you were gone here. I guess you're at the baseball game. And, dude, the chat went crazy. Like, no NBA. Get this guy out of here. Who's this guy? and our guy Brandon, who calls me Craig and you Tom, he hasn't been back since. He was losing his mind. Who is this? He was like, "Who is this guy?" He probably thought he was like the Matrix exploded when me and Craig were on the screen together. He's like, "Who is this? Who is this person?"
It's crazy.
But yes, Sunday I'll have something. Probably what time is the selection show? 6:30,
Something like
7:00. I'm old enough to remember it was, I think, Sunday morning at 11:30. It used to be the American Conference or CUSA at the time. You have like your Houston would be playing, like small school would go 11:30. Your American Championship game, and then the last game was 6:30. It was always the Big Ten Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Big East was on Saturday night with the ACC at 7 and 9, and then it was like SEC at like 3:00 or something on the Saturday. Now everything's done because they want the show set up.
Yeah, they want everything. They want to know who's in, who's like. They want to know where, because winning the championship and not winning the championship could be the difference between a 1 seed and a 2 seed, or a 4 seed and a 5 seed. So they want to make sure everything's accurate.
Yeah, well, they're so accurate. Then they'll have a team. It's here's a blind taste test. Team A and Team B, and Team B doesn't get in, and Team A is good. They got the same thing, but they're from, they're from the ACC. The other school's like a Mountain West team. That team doesn't get in.
Exactly.
King, do you love this time of year? Basketball at noon right now. It is. It's good basketball. I was telling somebody. Now you've heard me say this, King. So you're watching the games, and I'm like, I'm not sitting around waiting for NBA guys to decide they're going to play. Bet it, forget it. Not sitting watching. I got a buddy. He's like fighting with his girl. Like all you do is sports. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, 20-something years. I'm not. And I love March Madness. If I was in AC right now, I'd be at the fan cave for the weekend. That's what I do. At home, I'm not sitting watching that. You can't sit and watch and get wrapped up in it. You can't do it. If one frustrates you, you got to be able to take a loss and move on. It's hard. I was the whole month of February. I was like just like shaking my head. I get it, but sitting there and watching, and then start live betting. I say this all the time. That is where you get hurt, and not you, King D. I know you get bored up, but for everybody else, I'm going to jump in game on this. I already got it. I'm going to jump in game. More often than not, you're going to lose doing stuff like that. Again, that wasn't commented like directed right at the King there, but it's one of those things like watching. I enjoy watching. I mean, I got freaking bunch of laptops like ESPN3 during tournament time. I love it. That's during the year I'm doing stuff, especially November, December with still football going on. I love watching the small conferences. But Detroit Lenny knows Johnny 5. Tony Plus, I was on those double-digit spreads. They're playing hardball this time of year. It's tough with the double-digit spreads. So, and again, I can't. It's not. It's not like it always wins or always loses. But for me, Tony, I just can't. As I've said, and I'll say it again, I'll leave money on the table. I have. You can't bet every single game. You can't bet every total, side, this and that. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I bet it. Yeah. But for every one of those you leave out and like, oh, I liked it and I didn't bet it. How many of those you forget? It's the winner's the easy one. The losers are, there's just as many. But the double digits, I don't think it's a moneymaker long term. Jake Pratty, how about Team Flat Earth today against New Orleans? No, we like New Orleans today. Why is that line 1? All right. King D locking in with the facts. Very tricky. Gotta love it. It is. It is. You gotta love it, King D, but it is. It's tricky. The ball bounces. That's the game. That's what we play, right? It's like Heat. Robert De Niro. I take down scores. That's what I do. And it's Pacino. It's like you're a cop. You try to take down guys like me. It's basketball. We try to win. The ball bounces in. The ball goes off and upright. Guy misses a free throw. Field goal kills your total. Meaningless run in a 3-run game. Run lines buried. That's the life we choose. Michael, I was not going to bet Georgia Tech, but the more I look at this play, I really like it. 11-2 ATS last 13 versus Pitt. Pitt has lost their last 7 neutral court games, 0-2 this year. I mean, Pitt had a nice season. We can't complain about Pitt. They're high. They're what? The 2 seed? Pitt? What are they? The 3 seed? Pitt had a nice year out of nowhere. I mean, I faded Pitt right out of the gate. What is Pitt? Pitt is the 5 seed. I faded them right out of the year, I think, against Texas Tech. I'm like, no way they should be laying double digits. They proceeded to crush them and go on and beat teams left and right. But I'll take the points here. Again, I got it at an 8 and a under 143. We'll see how it plays out. Again, this is like we were saying to King, Michael. It's you bet it, it wins. Great, we move on. It loses, we move on. You know. The Trail Mahomes contract's much longer, long term, so overall makes Mahomes contract is longer term, so overall Lamar makes less. Or Daniel Jones, yeah, so I was gonna say that's why I was like Daniel Jones makes, yeah, because but still on a year, it's a 40 million per year. How do you pay that dude 40 mil? I said the same thing about Dak. You can't pay that guy that money. But if I'm the Falcons, why the heck aren't I taking Lamar? You were ready to pay Deshaun Watson. Lamar's what, 26? I'll pay. Imagine that guy playing indoors and not playing out in the elements. And you got a little offense there. Isn't we got the Mad Gambler coming back for Atlanta, wide receiver, right? Mad Gambler's back. People love the tight end. And again, who are you playing against down
Calvin Ridley you're talking about?
Yeah.
He's on Jacksonville.
Oh, they traded him?
Yeah, he's on Jacksonville.
Oh, I thought I didn't know they traded Mr. Parlay. I didn't know. When did they? That's right, they did trade him. The guy's out the whole year. Either way, you trade up for Pitts. The running back, who's that? Alger, whatever. I mean, who's the quarterbacks? Kyle Trask. I mean, Carr coming to the Saints. How'd that Saint offense look? My son was like, Dad, you see that they got Carr? I'm like, who's you throwing the ball? He's like, oh, Michael Thompson. I said, Michael. I think Michael Thompson, right? That's who it is. When's the last time he played? They got who is it? Olave? Okay. Kamara's on the second half of his career. Where are you going? Tampa's got no quarterback. You're the Falcons. The Saints. I hate to be a Falcon fan. Miz says, Atlanta, Miami, Washington already said no interest in Lamar. You know, they say, again, he has no back channels, Miz, because he's got no agent. He's himself. The fact that Atlanta doesn't want nothing to do with him, if I'm an Atlanta season ticket holder, no thanks. I don't want to re-up. Miami. What is Miami doing? Have they not seen their quarterback every time the guy gets hit, he gets a concussion? That could be a problem going forward. The guy's had 2 concussions this year. And Washington doesn't want him. I'll appreciate Washington not wanting him because they want to give Sam Howell a chance, who they drafted, who, before that season started, he was thought of as the best quarterback in college that year because of what he did the year before with some NFL players on his offense. So I can forgive Washington. How does Atlanta make a move here? How does Miami make a move? Why the heck wouldn't the Jets make a move? I mean, the Jets win 5, 6, 7 games with backup quarterbacks, no wide receiver, no running back, no offensive lineman. Right? I mean, Tim's shaking his head. I mean, really, wide receiver, running back, offensive lineman, and then their franchise quarterback, I'll put that in parentheses, gets hurt. Although he wins games. You know, he Mark Sanchez's it up for sure, but a win's a win. I mean, game manager, whatever you want to call it. Why would you trade? You just had like 2 offensive and defensive rookie of the years, right? The Jets, basically. I mean, I don't get the entire NFC South should be involved. How about Houston? or 10. I mean, not Houston. Oh, yeah, Houston should be involved. But I'm thinking the Titans. You're paying Tannehill? You want to run the ball? Put him with Henry back there. You want to do that? You want to make Baltimore in Texas? There you go. You already got a running back. Michael, if you want Lamar, you're going to have to pay him $250 a year and give the Ravens 2 picks. Here's the thing. The picks are one thing because if you're picking a quarterback, that's 1 pick already. So goodbye. And I mean, people think Richardson's going on. Have you seen Richardson play? This guy's going to go number 1 out of the blue. Talk about rolling the dice. At least you're rolling the dice. You're not paying the guy. This is the going rate for a quarterback in the league. And I don't think he's always hurt. I mean, I think he was hurt last year, and I think he said, you know what? I want to get paid. I'm sitting out because Baltimore didn't want to pay him. Like, he's an MVP guy who gets you near championship games. Like, what do you want from the guy? You won't draft a wide receiver. What do you want from the guy? He's that good with nobody around him. So I don't know if he's always hurt. I think this year he got hurt and he's like, you know what? F this, bro. No way I'm coming out here. I come back. Right? I mean, remember they were playing to start the year? The guy was like MVP talk. They had the bad meltdown, I guess, versus Miami, the defense, right? Miami scored like 30 points in the fourth quarter. Other than that, he was playing great. How don't you? This is the going rate. Daniel Jones gets $40 million. What are you paying this guy? Come on. I'll give you the first-round pick. 1 first-round pick's going to a quarterback you're drafting. If you don't have a quarterback, you're drafting one anyway. So you're giving up 1 first-round pick. And if you're going to a team that's a borderline team, you should improve, and that pick's not in the top 10. Come on, Michael. I mean, how about you guys? Who's your quarterback? You're looking to trade Trey Lance. Trey Lance is the best. I mean, there were morons out there who bet that guy to win MVP, and I'm screaming for Gucci Garoppolo all August. David, Ravens are brilliant for not signing him. Why are you going to pay Lamar, which is an elite runner, not a passer? He ain't win the Super Bowl. Well, here's the thing. You can say he's not winning the Super Bowl, but
No, looks like he's frozen. He's not. He's not winning the Super Bowl. I agree with that one. But yeah, he's going to get paid way too much. Somebody will pay him. We just got to figure out who. By the way, real quick, Syracuse, Wake Forest, 35-33 at halftime. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. And I believe, what are we looking at in that? Davidson's currently up 8 points on St. Bonaventure. So there you go. Oh, now he's gone completely. And we'll go. Does Karen Rodgers make a team better? Legit question. He's a cancer in the locker room. He does if he goes to the Jets and he's actually able to. Yeah, he does if he goes to the Jets and we actually have a quarterback. Yeah, I think he's an upgrade over Zach Wilson, 100%. Geno Smith, 3 years, $105 million. That's insane. Yeah, Higgs, he just texted me saying frozen. Yup. I know. Geno Smith got paid, and I still think he definitely got overpaid. It's going right for a quarterback, I guess, but Geno Smith, $35 million a year. I don't know. That doesn't sit right. Karen Rodgers sits on a loan of lies. You're also a Detroit Lions fan, so you do you, Lenny. You do you. But you're also a little bit wee bit biased. So Karen Rogers. Oh, Tate, while you're here, I don't know if Nick texted you. We're doing the Chicago White Sox show tonight. If you're interested in joining, hit us up and we'll send you a link for the show if you want to talk your White Sox today. Just figure out, throw it out there. Which I will throw out. White Sox show. We're doing a preview show for each MLB team. This will be our 8th video. We've already done all the AL East. We did Cleveland. We did Minnesota last night. Today is going to be the Chicago White Sox. And then Lenny, while you're here, which day would work better for you? Thursday or Friday? So tomorrow or Friday for the Detroit Tigers show. Let us know. Later, Higgs. I'll catch you tonight. About to finish up baseball and CVB. Let's get it, King D. Texans need to draft best edge rusher or get most athletic. Get the best athlete on the board. I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do for all of them. But that's fair. Georgia Tech with points. Yep, me and Higgs are both on that one. South Carolina with points. What is South Carolina doing today? Against Ole Miss. I don't hate it. Didn't bet it, but I don't hate it. Higgs, who do you like in the West to make a run in the tourney? I don't see anybody. Anybody? I will. You think Cam? I will say. By the way, he had to restart his modem. Okay. I will say, I'll make the bold take and say that Kansas loses to an 8 seed or a 9 seed because over the last 7 years, the defending champion has not made the Sweet 16. So I will say Kansas does not make it far in the bracket. That'll be my take on it. Who is going to pay Lamar $240 million? No one. However, no one wants to admit it. He's not worth it. It's like Dak for the Miami Cowboys, not worth $40 million a year. Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that got paid, and he's the only one. Yeah, I guess he's the only one that's actually been worth it. I'm waiting to see what type of. I don't think Burrow's gotten anything crazy yet. I think he's still on a rookie deal or whatever. So I'm interested to see what he makes. Jesse's laughing about him telling Higgs is Oklahoma. That's fair. Sean, I want to watch some baseball today. I want to watch some baseball today. How about the Mariners against the Dodgers? Oh, boy. Let's go to RotoWire real quick because that's where I go. Let's go towards the RotoWire for MLB daily lineups. What do we got for? I don't have any lineups for it. We know it's Gilbert versus Grove, but that's all I got. So I really don't know. Did my computer just freeze? There we go. I don't have any starting lineups for it, so I can't really say yes or no to it. So there you go. If you can find lineups, then there you go. I will follow Jesse Shule anywhere if he makes those ribs I saw he made on the Weber. Ribs sound good. Damn it, Lenny, you're making me hungry. I've been in and out of the show. Why NC State? Why not NC State? I will say, me and Higgs both have NC State as a team that can win the ACC. Who do they get today? ACC for today. They get Virginia Tech. No, I'm not big on Virginia Tech. We had Virginia Tech last year at plus a dime to win the conference, and they did. I don't see it. I don't see them doing it. I think NC State's a better team. Show up in Thailand and you'll serve the ribs. Dang it! Now I want freaking ribs. Wisconsin money line with a boost, make it plus 175. Taking a shot. Heart play because newsflash, I hate the Buckeyes. Sorry, Tate. We are already on the Ohio State The Ohio State minus the 1.5. So, not really, not going to be on that Wisconsin side. When you bring Craig in, he hogs up the rest of the show. That's fair. I hate in this. I hate in this people in the chat when they really think Lamar is not worth it. But your comment or will lie. He got MVP when he was 19th in passing yards. Lamar Jackson is the greatest running back. Quarterback. You mean running back. There you go. There you go. Happy Davidson and Syracuse. Well, you're looking okay at the moment. Davidson up 8, Syracuse up 2 at halftime. You're not looking terrible. Jesse Shule, you don't deliver to Vegas? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He doesn't deliver to North Carolina either. All right, Higgs is gone for the day. I'm going to finish the chat, and then we're going to head out. Thoughts on Montana State? Who does Montana State get today? Northern Arizona. I didn't bet it. I know Higgs has Northern Arizona in the chat. There it is. Northern Arizona +7. My guy. What's up? They already had Lamar's daddy, a.k.a. Michael Vick. That's fair. It would be the worst division in football, too. Lamar would be going to if he goes to Atlanta. Exactly. He actually has a chance to make the playoffs then. No one is taking Lamar because he's a running back. That's fair. Jets get Aaron Rodgers 10 years too late. Still love my team. Stanford and LSU tonight. Yes, Stanford and LSU tonight. I'll take any available quarterback over the joke that we have, Kyler Murray. Man, just to think I had a Kyler Murray MVP ticket this year. I thought I was frozen. Nope, you're good. He was on a hell of a rant. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. When he has receivers, he wasn't a cancer. True. Yes, he was. Tuesday. No, Thursday or Friday. Those are the 2 days that we're doing them because one of those days is the Tigers. The other one is the Royals. And then we move on to the AL West. So just let us know. The problem with the NCAA, football especially, quarterbacks don't need NIL. They need upperclassmen quarterbacks like Richardson, Williams, and May participate in the NFL combines yearly to prep for the NFL. I guess. Here is all of Higgs' plays for today. And I will say I'm with all but one of them. I don't like Seton Hall. But anyways, Davidson, Syracuse, Joe's, Hall, State, Colorado State, Alcorn State, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Northern Arizona, Georgia Tech, and the under in Georgia Tech. That is everything for Midday Money today. He'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock for some more college basketball talk. We'll see you guys later.